Hello class 8, welcome back to another session of computer class. This is your Avjit sir and today I'll be presenting you the topic Network Part 2, and in this session we will focus on network topologies. Now what is topology? Topology refers to the layout or the arrangement pattern in which various computers are connected to one another to form a network. Therefore, we can tell topology is the arrangement pattern of computers. So there are different ways with which we can arrange the computers. The computer on a network are also referred as node. So when a computer is connected with another computer, it is referred as network and it is also referred as node. Now there are 5 types of topologies. Now they are bus topology, ring topology, star topology, tree topology, and mesh topology. So the first topology is bus topology. Now, in this topology, all the computers are connected to a single central cable. Now this is the cable, single central cable, which is also called bus. The transmission of data from any computer travel through the length of bus. Now you can see this is the bus, and from this bus the computers are connected. You can see the computers are connected. So in both the directions. Therefore, the transmission of data from any computer travel to the length of a bus in both the direction can be received by all other computers in the network. Now, bus topology is quite easy to set up. The network cannot function if there are breaks in the bus. Now, if there is a breakup in the connection of the bus, then the system halts or the system will not be able to work. Sometimes terminators, now these are the terminators. Sometimes the terminators are required to prevent loss of data on both the ends. So the function of terminator is to prevent the loss of data at both the ends. So it is costly and increases the network cost also. Bus topology, the advantages are it is easy to implement and extend. It is easy to install, well suited for small networks, cheaper than other topologies as only single cable is used. Easy identification of cable faults, so easily you can identify the faults, and reduced weight due to fewer wires, as there are very less wires, so the weight is reduced. Now what are the disadvantages? Limited cable length and number of nodes. So as the length of the cable is limited, therefore I cannot connect more computers. The cable breakthrough creates a problem. If there is any break in the cable, then it will create a problem for the entire network. Maintenance cost may be higher in long run. That is a bigger disadvantage, that cost of maintenance is very higher, and performance degrades as additional computers are added. Now if you are adding more computers, so the performance will come down as the length of the wire is less. The next topology is ring topology. Now you can see the arrangement of computers is formed as a ring. Now all the computers are connected with each other. Now in this topology, each computer is connected to two other computers so as to form a closed ring-like structure. Now in this topology, data is transmitted in one direction. Now you can see the arrow mark. The data will be transmitted in one direction. The disadvantage of a ring topology is that the breakdown of any one computer, if there is a breakdown, suppose there is a breakdown in one computer here, then all the other computer system will stop working. That is the biggest disadvantage of a ring topology. The entire system will come to a halt. It will not perform as there is a breakdown in the particular computer. So what are the advantages? Now you can see it is orderly arranged, so a very orderly network, performs better than a bus topology under heavy network load, and it does not require network server to manage the connectivity between the computers. And the disadvantages: one bad node create problems for the entire network. Moving, adding and changing of devices can affect the network. So these are the disadvantages of ring topology. The third type of topology is star topology. Now you can see the arrangement of computer looks like star, and there's a central computer, that is a central node, and the other computers are relying on the central computers. Now this is the central computers, and all other computers dependent on these computers. So if I have to work in a particular software, then first I have to on the central computers, then I'll be able to access the software that I want to work with. Now in this topology, all the computers are connected to a central computer or a central node. The data sent between any two computers passes through the central node. The central node controls all the activities of the nodes. The breakdown of the computers except the central node. Now if the central node doesn't function properly, the entire computer will come to a halt. It will not be able to function or execute. So it is totally dependent on the central computer or node. So the breakdown of the computer except the central compute node does not affect the functioning of the network. However, failure of the central node disables the communication across the entire computer network. For example, suppose this computer doesn't work, it will not affect the other computers. These computers will not be affected. But if this computer, the central computer, does not function properly due to some technical problem, then the other computers will not be able to work. This is the drawback of star topology. So what are the advantages? Better performance. Each node is inherently isolated by the link that connects it to the hub. So they are all the computers are not connected with each other. In place, they are connected with the central node. Easy to connect additional devices or increases the size of the network. Easy to detect faults. You can easily detect the faults and you can remove the faults. No disruption to the network when connecting or removing the devices. High dependence of the network on the function of central hub, as failure of the same makes the system inoperable. Performance and increase of the network depends on the capabilities of the hub. Wiring of the system can be very expensive. So wiring will be very expensive, and if there is a failure in the central computer, then all the computers not be able to work. So these are some of the advantages and disadvantages of star topology. The fourth type of topology is tree topology. Now in the tree topology, there's a combination of both the bus topology, you can see this wire, and the combination of this is a star topology. So the combination of both the star topology and bus topology is called tree topology. As we already know the disadvantages of bus and tree topology, now in this topology, groups of star configured workstations are connected to a linear bus backbone cable. Thus, this topology combined characteristics of bus and star topology. Generally, tree topologies allow for the expansion of existing network. So, this type of topology are used in a big organizations and enable users to configure a network to meet their needs. It is particularly suitable on the network is widely spread and vastly divided in several branches. So the tree topology crashes if there is a break in the central bus. So if there is a problem in this break in this cable, then all the other computers will not be able to work, because it is totally dependent on the bus. Star topology is totally dependent on the bus. So if there is a problem in the bus, the wire, then the other topologies will not be able to function smoothly. Now, what are the advantages of tree topology? All the computers have access to the large and their immediate networks. A point-to-point connection is possible in this topology. Best topology for branch networks. So this type of topology generally used in a big organizations, and the length of the network depends on the type of cable used, entirely dependent on the cable trunk, which is the main backbone of the network, and it is difficult to configure and can get complicated after a certain point. So these are some of the advantages and disadvantages of tree topology. Now, the last type of topology is mesh topology. Now, there are two types of mesh topology. One is full mesh topology, one is partial mesh topology. Now, you can see in the full mesh topology, all the computers are connected with each other. But in case of partial topology, you can see these computers is not connected with any other computers. So it is partially, these two computers are not connected with these computers. So this is a partial mesh topology, but in this all the computers are connected with each other. This is a full mesh topology. So there are two types of mesh topologies. Now in this topology, every computer is connected to every other computers. Normally partial mesh topology is implemented in which a computer is connected to few other computers in the network. The computers connected in mesh topology are very fast and have dedicated connections. So what are the advantages of mesh topology? It is robust, huge because of its multiple links. Fault identification and troubleshooting is easier as compared to other networks. So you can easily find the faults and you can rectify the faults. So its performance is not affected with heavy load of data transmissions. It is expensive. What are the disadvantages? Expensive as it requires more cable than other networks, and difficult to install, and this is a redundancy in this network. So it is not useful. Redundancy is not useful in this network as it is very expensive. You require more wire, and it is also difficult to install. So see, these are some of the advantages and disadvantages of mesh topology. Hope you all have understood the lesson. We will soon meet in our next session. Till then, take care. This is your Avjit sir signing off. Thank you.